Hello, boys and girls. It's Miss Bell, and I'm here to review your division box method for today, which is Friday, January 8th. We are on page 16. Originally, your assignment asked for you to complete pages 16 through 19. However, today's a snow day. I want you to get outside and enjoy this weather. At least I'm hoping we get snow. So I want you can either go along with me as I'm completing these, or you can attempt it on your own and then check your work using this video. Our secret for doing division with box method is, does McDonald's serve cheeseburgers? D stands for divide, M stands for multiply, S stands for subtract, C stands for check your work, and B stands for bring over. So I have attempted this already, and I made a mistake. I want to see if you can figure out what I did incorrectly. This is what I get from multitasking here. All right, so boys and girls, what's tricky about division is normally with math we go from right to left, but with division we're actually going to be doing it just like we're doing reading, from left to right. With number 1, what we're actually looking at here is 668 divided by 4. The first thing we're going to look at is the first box right here. So moms and dads, if you're listening to me, this is basically the same thing as long division, except for we use the box to help us stay more organized. I've noticed with students, if I do the box, they're able to follow the steps more closely. The cool thing about this page, if you don't already know already, is we have the skip counting pattern for 4s. And if you look, we're dividing by 4 in each problem. Thank you. All right, so for this one, what I'm really asking you is 6 divided by 4, or how many times can 4 go into 6? Well, if you look here, we're never going to skip count by 4 and get the number 6, but we can get something close to it with the number 4 here. You see what I did wrong? I should have done 4 times 1 equals 4. Now, the next step is subtraction. 6 minus 4 equals 2. Now I'm going to check more carefully, and I notice that everything is done correctly. My next step is to bring over. So I'm going to bring this 2 over and then cross this out. Now I'm going to start back with square one, and we're going to be doing 26 divided by 2, or how many times can I multiply 4 and get 26? If you look below, 26 is not an option on here, but I see something close to it with 24. What times 6 is 24? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 times 6 equals 24. Next step is to subtract. 26 minus 24 equals 2 again. I checked our work. Everything looks good. Let's cross this out, and let's bring this 2 over here to change this to a 28. Now, we're going to start again. 28 divided by 4, or 4 times is 28. I see 28 on here, and I get to it by skip counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So 4 times 7 equals 28. I've divided, I've multiplied, now I'm at subtraction. 28 minus 28 equals 0. And our answer to this equation is actually at the top. So our answer is 167. Make sure you circle your answer as well. Now let's walk across the street. Let's try this one. If you want to, you can try it on your own and pause the video, or you can follow along with me. This one's a little tricky. I'm going to think of it as 3 divided by 4. That is not going to work. I can't even multiply 4 times 1 and get 3. So with this one, I'm going to put a 0. I just can't do it. 4 times 0 is 0. I'm going to subtract. 3 minus 0 equals 3. There was nothing I could do here. I checked my work. It's correct. Now I'm going to bring this 3 over and transform this 8 into a 38. Now, what can I multiply by 4 to get something close to 38 without going over? I see 36. Let's see what I multiply by 4 to get 36. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 times 9 equals 36. The next step is subtraction. 38 minus 36 is 2. I've checked my work. It looks good. I'm going to cross it out, and I'm going to move this 2 over here to make this 24. Now I'm going to start over again. 24 divided by 4, or 4 times equals 24. Here's 24 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 times 6 equals 24. And 24 minus 24 equals 0. So there's nothing left over, no remainders here. And our answer here is 96. We don't need to include the 0 because it doesn't change the value of the number in any way. Number 3. Let me see if I can zoom out a little bit so you can see our division. There we go. So we're right here. I'm going to be figuring out 7 divided by 4, or 4 times is 7. If you look at my pattern, there is no 7, so I need to go to the next closest number, which is a 4. And 4 times 1 equals 4. Our next step is subtraction. 7 minus 4 is 3. My work looks good. I'm going to bring the 3 over and make that a 31. Now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start from the beginning. 31 divided by 4, or 4 times equals something close to 31 without going over. So 28 is close to 31 without going over. What times 4 equals 28? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 times 7 equals 28. Our next step is to subtract. 31 minus 28 is 3. I've checked my work. It looks good. I'm going to cross this out, and then I'm going to bring this 3 over and make that a 32. I'm going to start from the beginning. 32 divided by 4, or 4 times equals 32. And right away I notice there's a 32 here. What times 4 equals 32? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 times 8 equals 32. 32 minus 32 equals 0. So your answer here is 178. For this one, we're doing 536 divided by 4. So I'm going to start with my first box right here. And I'm going to think 5 divided by 4, or 4 times equals something close to 5. There's not a 5 on our skip counting pattern. Hopefully you knew that right away. The number that's closest to that would be 4. And 4 times 1 equals 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. I've checked my work. Cross it out. Bring over my 1. Now I'm back to square 1 with division. And I'm doing 13 divided by 4, or 4 times equals something close to 13. Do you see a number down here that's close to 13 without going over? Yes, 12. 12. What times 4 equals 12? 3. 1, 2, 3. 4 times 3 equals 12. All right, next step is subtraction. 13 minus 12 equals 1. Now I'm going to cross this out, bring over my 1. Now we're doing 16 divided by 4 because we're up at the top, where I can do 4 times equals 16. 16's right here. 4 times 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 4 equals 16. 16 minus 16 equals 0. So your answer here should have been 134. All right, boys and girls, we have 2 more left. Let's see if we can do this. For this one, our first thing that we're going to do is 9 divided by 4, or 4 times equals 9. If you look on our pattern, 9's not here, but 8 is close by, and 4 times 2 equals 8. After multiplying, do you know what comes next? Subtracting. 9 minus 8 is 1. We checked our work. It looks good. Let's bring this 1 over here and make that a 16. Now we're going to do 16 divided by 4. 4 times equals 16. How many times will we multiply to get to 16? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 4 equals 16. Our next step is to subtract. 16 minus 16 is 0. So that cancels out. I've checked my work. It looks good. We have nothing to bring over, so let's cross that out. Now we're going to do 4 divided by 4. Our 4 times equals 4. 4 times 1 equals 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. So your answer here is 241. Our last and final one for today. We got this. All right. We're going to focus on the first category, and you're going to do 2 divided by 4, or 4 times equals 2. That cannot happen, not even with the number 1. I'm going to put a big 0 here. 4 times 0 is 0. 2 minus 0 is 2. Let's bring this 2 over here, and let's get this started. Now we have something to work with. Now we're going to do 26 divided by 4. But I don't see 26 on our skip counting pattern right here. So let's go to something close to 26. 24 is close to 6 without going over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 times 6 equals 24. 26 minus 24 equals 2. I've checked our work. It looks good. Now we're going to bring this 2 over, making it a 24. Now the same thing happens again. 24 divided by 4, or 4 times equals 24. Well, we already have it right here. If you remember from earlier, we said 4 times 6 actually equals 24. And 24 minus 24 equals 0. So your answer for our last and final one should be 66.